Hello. In this video, we're going to review how the Parent Combobox feature works when using user-defined fields, or as they're sometimes called, custom fields. All right. So let me show you how to set up and how it looks. So basically, this will only work with Comboboxes, and you can't use a project inside default combo box, like say project type, project status, something like that. That's already an existing field in Project Insight, so it won't work with that, but it does with any field that's created through the customizations here. So it can be something under a custom item. It can even be something under a user-defined field. Okay, so in this case, in this example, I'm going to do it as a project custom field. So as I said before, though, it can be a task, it can be custom items, any of them, as long as it's a custom field created or user-defined field that's been created by yourself or by another user. So in this case, we have the first one here, which I'm going to do the example of an item type. Okay, so when I edit here, I set up my item type. The key thing is it has to be a combo box. It could be multiple, but it needs to be a combo box. So this one's the parent combo box. So I don't reference another combo box. This is the one that's going to be reference item type. So you can see I have in this example something simple: store, website, remote help request, email list, remote connection. This could be anything you need. And just keep in mind that only combo boxes, okay? So the only thing required is that it is a combo box, give it a name, and then of course here you have to have some values here. So once the parent's been created, we create a second one, and we look at the second one. I called it item subfields. And once again, it is required to be an input control of Combobox. And it can be Combobox multiple as well. But now we define the parent Combobox. So when I click on here, it'll look in the system here for project custom fields. So it can't be a Combobox from a different item type, such as a task. It has to be as a project combo box. So from here, I can select item type, which I just had shown earlier. And now when we list the views here, you can see there is a new column here. Before it was only name, order is active, default, the edit and delete icons, and the identification. But now with this, I'm able to select. So let's do another example here. So in this case, I select, because I've already defined that it's item type, it gives me the drop down values there. So if I wanted to do something for, say, website, then I just create something. So I already have your type of site, URL, we'll say SSL required. These are just values. I can't fill in anything, but keep that in mind. That's just values. I'm just making up something here for this example, but you can get the idea how you just do that. So now if I wanted something else for store, I do that. But if you noticed, I also did it. So there's an example here where the value could appear if two different things are selected. So you're not limited to, only when you select remote connection can computer name show up. It can show up for everything if you want to. You just go ahead and select it like this. And then, of course, if you make any mistakes, just click it here. Whatever shows up here is what you're defining. So once you make any changes, if you're editing, just click the add again, and then you can see it defines us there. And of course, this is not a video on how to use custom fields, because there we do have other videos about what input location, display location. It doesn't matter where you put the location of these custom fields. In this example, I just happen to select details general tab lower. It's not required. Once again, the only things required is that you have two combo boxes under the same type of item. So if it's a custom item, it has that same custom item, or it can be a existing item that it's already in Project Insight, like a project or a task. So they must be two combo boxes within there. The parent one does not get a definition as far as filling in anything parent combo box, because that is the parent. This is for the child to define which one is the parent. Okay, and of course you need list values, and then you map what list values map to the parent. And that's all that's required. Everything else is optional, and there's our videos on creating user-defined fields in more detail. So once that's done, you can hit save. In this case, I'm just going to hit cancel because I haven't made any changes that I really wanted. And let's go to a project where this belongs. So here's my example for video. I'm going to edit this one. It doesn't have to be I misspelled that too. Let's fix that. It doesn't have to be an existing project. This can start right from scratch when you create the project new. Okay, but in this case, it just has to be an existing one. And so in this case, I said I want it lower, so it shows up here. All right, so there it is. I select my item type. Let's say I want it website. Now, when I go to the combo box here, you can see a different selections show up here as well. Okay, so you can see that I can select what I want. If I did it as multiple, I could have selected multiple things. But in this case, it's just selecting so once again, in my example, it's not required. It's just required. It's a combo box. It can be combo box multiple and also combo box multiple for the child or the parent, as I was saying. So once again, I select store here, and you can see now it changes completely. Select remote help request. Once again, it changes completely based on what I had selected on that. Okay, so that gets helpful when somebody sometimes has something like, hey, I select something, there's these sub categories that need to be selected as well that I want only triggered if something gets selected. So it's not as intelligent as like, as a visibility rule of like, if I select this, only these fields should appear. No, it's the values that appear that this controls. All right, so thank you for your time and have a great day.